All right, guys, so I got another quick Q&A question today, and this one's on Poshmark specifically. So Donna Adams says, should I only be in my app working, or can I work from my laptop using browser? It's so much easier to share on my laptop. I do not want to be wasting time. I am on Poshmark all day, but mainly on my laptop. I have noticed when I share within the app on my phone, I get more action on my items. What would you suggest? So that's a great question, Donna, and I could not agree with you more. A, it's much easier to share on your laptop, and B, I definitely don't or suggest you, or I'm sure nobody really wants to be on Poshmark sharing all day long, right? So I did that in the beginning too. I think everybody does until they realize that there is automation software, okay? So there are certain people out there that, I just actually reached out to one to potentially be an affiliate for my course, shameless plug, Online Arbitrage Pro, first link in the description. And they didn't like the fact that I recommended automation software. There's two basically schools of thought out there with the automation software, and that's going to tie into answering your question here in a second. First one is the people that don't do it and think that, obviously because they don't have that advantage, that everybody else that does it, should be shunned or, are doing something horribly wrong, right? And then the other people are the other boat, people like me that realize, hey, there's this advantage out there, why would you not use it? So that ties me into the question of you want to use your laptop to share and engage on Poshmark, right? 95% of the time. There is 5% of the time where I do it from the app, and I'll explain that here in a second. But for 95% of the time, you want to be on your laptop because then you can use the automation software and it literally will share for you. Now, there are so many automation softwares out there. I can think of just like 10 that come to mind. But the ones that I recommend are the cheap ones that are just Google Chrome plugins, right? So they're Google Chrome extensions that you can literally just pop up and share, and they're kind of like 95% automated, but still 5% manual, right? So you like set them up, you click the button, you go about your life, you come back, you click share again, and it shares like 45 more items. Or another integration that's really, really helpful is you just share the entirety of your closet. So if you have like, hundreds of items in your closet, or even like dozens, right? You don't want to sit there and share every individual item. It's going to take forever, and I totally empathize with that. I don't want to be doing that either, right? So automation software is going to be a lifesaver for you, and that is on laptops, okay? Now, the automation software that I use and recommend myself is called Simple Posture. I've done a video on this. I think I've done a couple videos, but I'll make sure to link a video on Simple Posture and how you can set it up and utilize it to your advantage to, basically share and take your time out of the equation so you're not always on Poshmark yourself, okay? So I'll link that down at the bottom of the description if you want to check it out. Now, I did say that there is 5% of the time that I am actually on my phone on the app doing stuff. And that's because with this specific aspect of Poshmark, it's much faster to do it from the app, in my opinion, okay? You can still do it very fast from your laptop if you want to do that. But in my opinion, one of the recommendations that I made in the video that you commented on, which was 5 things that you should do every day if you sell on Poshmark. I'll make sure to link that video down in the description for other people that are watching this, because if you watch this, obviously you're interested in selling on Poshmark. And so that video will really, really help you out. 5 of those tips that you should be doing all the time. So one of them is to relist, right? So edit, relist, edit, relist, edit, relist, right? What that's gonna do essentially is it's gonna simulate a new listing. Basically, like if you literally went out and sourced something and then listed it all, you took all the product pictures, you wrote a good description, all that good stuff. If you simply edit your normal listings that are up on your closet now and just hit edit and then relist it, it simulates a new listing, and Poshmark doesn't categorize it any different, right? They don't categorize one as a brand new listing and one as like a listing that you've already had but just kind of re-updated. They look at them both as brand new listings, okay? So that's something that's really gonna help give your specific items that you do that for visibility on the platform, because I don't wanna get too much into it right here, because I've gone in depth in the actual 5 things that you should do every day if you sell on Poshmark video. But all you really need to know is it gives that item more visibility on the platform, and it gives you a higher probability to sell it, right? It's one of the things that you should be doing every single day if you sell on Poshmark from that video, okay? So for those, right, from the edit, relist, edit, list, edit, list, edit, list, I do that from the app. Right from my phone, because it's so much easier and so much quicker to do. It's not necessarily something that I actively kind of set a reminder or make sure that I do, every single day, all the time. But if I have some extra time, I always have my phone on me. I know obviously 95% of the population or 99.9% of the population has their phone on them too. So just do it from your phone. It's so much faster in my opinion. And you can kind of do it when you have some extra downtime, right? There's so many other times where maybe you're cooking food or you're sitting on the couch or whatever it is, right? use your phone, hop on, edit, relist a bunch of things. You can go through, 100 of them probably in like a couple minutes very, very quickly. So I hope that answers your question and questions, Donna. Very great question, but you guys have questions. I have answers. If you have a specific question, drop it down in the comment section below. I would love to answer it for you, okay? Now, if you guys are interested in not just making money on Poshmark, but making money with Amazon, Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, that's 4 different marketplaces, right? But 6 different methods where you can make money. They're proven methods where you can make money with online arbitrage or reselling, right? Just like I do from the comfort of my own home. You can check out the free case study. It's a 100% free case study. Down in the description, it will walk you through every one of those business models, how you can start them, implement them, scale them, who they're better for, right? The pros and cons of them, who might want to avoid them, whether they're a little bit more beginner friendly to kind of build up some initial money to throw into a more scalable business model, or they're more on the scalable side, right? As well as dozens, of examples of products that I've actually flipped with that specific business model, so you can kind of get a good idea of that, right? So I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it brought you a lot of value. If you have any specific questions, that you'd like me to answer for you specifically on reselling, online arbitrage, or just general entrepreneurship at all, drop them in the comment section down below. I would love to answer them for you. And I'll see you in the next one.